programme has been accused of systemic fraud. The former chief auditor of A4E, which has government contracts worth hundreds of millions of pounds, has told MPs that many of the jobs it claimed to have created were fictitious. The company's already been suspended from one contract by the Department for Work and Pensions, but these latest allegations really raise the stakes still further, as Victoria MacDonald now reports.
They were allegations we weren't meant to hear, claims of an unethical culture at A4E that led to systemic fraud, all made by a former chief auditor at the Welfare to Work company. Eddie Hutchinson made the allegations to the House of Commons Public Accounts Committee on Tuesday.
It was a last-minute decision to hold the session in private, apparently because of legal concerns over the seriousness of the allegations that the committee was about to hear. But it was evidence that did not stay secret for very long.
Mr. Hutchinson's written statement has now been leaked to the Daily Telegraph, and in it he alleges that there was a complete absence of corporate governance and accountability at A4E. He says there was an ever-increasing volume of frauds, and he went on to say,
"The frauds and irregularities that arose within A4E were not confined to particular contracts or locations and were not isolated incidents. They were a direct consequence of the type of behaviour and culture that prevailed within the company. This activity was systemic within A4E operations."
Mr. Hutchinson worked for A4E for a few months in 2010-11, but the government today disputed the allegations, which include fraudulent claims being made for work placements. A4E contracts for the government's flagship Welfare to Work programmes are worth millions of pounds. Today, the company said,
"The majority of allegations made by Mr. Hutchinson are unfounded and untrue. From the evidence we have seen, published by the Telegraph, we can state that the remaining small number of allegations which had any substance were fully examined. In all but one of those cases, it was concluded there was no case to answer. The remaining case was referred to the relevant authorities and is that which is currently being investigated by Thames Valley Police."
The government said it was extremely disappointing that the allegations about A4E had been leaked, and they've now written to the Select Committee demanding to know how this happened.